Hi. Hi, this is Terri. Welcome back to my channel. Ray, seriously?
I have bubble wrap. Wait, one more.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Hi, this is Terri. Welcome back to my channel. This is the last video of September. We are officially 9 months into and over with 2020.
I thought you were going to say this is the last video, and I was like...
No, you don't think...
First time you told me that.
No, this isn't it. Well, let's let the dog in since she seems to be... Oh, the beginning. So, where do we even begin? Oh, today's topic. Since the beginning of September, I launched the Piloting Your Life book club and was a little late in getting things going and getting things started. But the first book for the Piloting Your Life, or PYL Bookclub, is Big Friendship. And I just finished it last night, which means that I just finished the reader's guide today. So I went ahead and put together about 20 questions. No, exactly 20 questions that you can think about as you're reading, after you read it, or actually what I'd really like you to do is get together with a couple of your friends and talk about it. I think there's some really interesting stuff about friendship in here. And in order to encourage you to do so and to sign up for Discord, and there'll be a link in the description, to have conversations around the books as part of the book club, I am going to be offering up as a prize to one lucky winner who signs up for Discord this cute little French press coffee pen that I got through Handheld, Handmade. I bought it from Kelly, who's the owner. It's a woman founder, and it's Handheld, Handmade. I had to make sure that that was just right. And I have gotten some super cute things. If you can see the little llama back there, that one came from Handheld, Handmade, and the elephant, if you can see that. And I think there are a bunch of other cute little things that are back there. We still haven't done like a tour of everything in there, and I keep adding little fun things kind of as Easter eggs, so hopefully you're paying attention to what's back there. I do need to dust, but you know, don't look too closely. Anyway, so for one lucky winner who goes out, signs up for Discord, if you're not already on it. Ray, what's Discord? Because all the kids know about it, but maybe not us grown-ups.
I mean, Discord is just like another communication application that you can like join a server with a whole bunch of people that you know or you don't know if it's a public server, and then you can talk either over text like a giant group chat pretty much, or it can be voice channels, so you go onto whatever channel you want to join and then you just talk to them over audio or video.
So I have created a channel, there's a server for PYL Bookclub, and then I created a specific thread around Big Friendship.
Their
channel. And then I created the October one for October's book, The Pleasure Plan. So that one's already there. And what I plan to do is periodically to put some of the questions out, or put some questions out there for people to respond to, and hopefully we can have some dialogue around it. Because I was so late in getting the Zoom invitations out for conversations that were supposed to happen tonight, Monday night, and Wednesday night, I decided September just to scrap it. And the other thing is that I don't want to be in the middle of all of these conversations. I like to inspire. I like to be a catalyst. I like to, promote people getting together in their own circles. I don't want to be the bottleneck or the gate or the thing that's always in the middle. So I would rather inspire and let others go and create what it is that they want to have in the world. So that's where the reader's guide comes into play with the 20 questions, because I thought there were some really interesting things in this book, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute. So I'm also going to put a link to the book club and how it's all supposed to work. I have a Medium post out there about that too, which I updated based on the new approach around a book a month. I'll push it out onto various different social media platforms, hoping to talk about it on Discord. And I think one video a month I'll talk about the book and some of the things that I learned from the book. So just in case you need something to think about. But speaking of books, one of my dear friends, Mark Roche, sent me 2 books from Patrick Lencioni.
That's how I got the bubble wrap.
The bubble wrap. So I've got The Truth About Employee Engagement and The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And I talked to Mark the other day. I had to call and ask him a computer validation quality audit question. And he said, oh, by the way, I think you're going to love this guy. I think he's actually here in the Bay Area. My friend Mark is in North Carolina. And so he said, I have the books. I give them out to everybody. So now I have some light reading to add to another one. My neighbor Kurt gave me The Power, Make Your Wild Ideas Mighty Enough to Dent the World by Nilofer Merchant. So
The Power of what?
The Power of Onlyness? Yeah, I guess The Power of Onlyness. So I'm adding this to my reading list. I just need like 3 months just to go someplace, just to sit and read and just absorb. Because right behind me, I don't know if you can see it, there's also another pile of books there.
It's probably about 10 books tall.
And I have some on my nightstand and I'm behind. I continue to be behind on just about everything. So about this book though, there are a couple of things and I made note of them, so I want to make sure that I cover them. Some of the things that I learned in this book, and I started doing it with some of my girlfriends ever since I heard the authors Aminatou Sow and Anne Friedman talk on the podcast with Sam Sanders, It's Been a Minute. They talked about the importance of saying, I love you to your friends. And I thought that was really very interesting because I do love my friends. So why not say, I love you? So even though it's awkward for the cold fish Norwegian in me, there's something that's very gratifying to also hear it back. And that was one of the things also that I learned about this book is it's important to let your friends know what they mean to you. And I think about how often we take our friends for granted and how often we don't express to them just how much they mean to us. And I hope I've been doing a better job of that lately. And it's something that I'm trying to be more intentional about. They talk about in the book how when you go away, you have certain rituals, it reinforces the importance of your friends in your life, just as it does your family. But I think even more so with friends, because they're the people that you choose to have in your life rather than those that by marriage or blood or adoption or whatever are there because it's part of that familial bond and not necessarily from a friendly bond. And so I like the idea of that. I don't know what I'm going to do about rituals to kind of reinforce the importance of my friends in my life, but I'm definitely thinking about what that might look like, especially in the age of COVID and sheltering in place. Which brings up another thing that they talk about in there, which is about how digital communication either helps or hurts our friendships. And it's one of the questions that I definitely pose is how has social media, how has digital communication, how have these things either helped or hindered your friendships? Does it give you a false sense of a relationship, a false sense of some sort of a friendship? Or does it enable communication when you are in various parts of the world? Like I think of my friend Tawana, who's in Singapore now, and getting together for, she'll have coffee and I'll have a cocktail because of the time difference, and virtually getting together to catch up. And if technology did not exist for us to be able to do that, if I wasn't able to kind of see what she was up to on social media, I wouldn't be able to keep up with what she's up to. And then if we didn't have Zoom-like type things, I wouldn't be able to do a video conference so that we have some sort of way to see each other and to be able to connect. I've recently got onto Clubhouse and and I virtual co-work on Clubhouse every single day.
She never shuts up about it.
Well, it's because I've been able to meet people from around the world. We are able to share ideas, to help each other, and then it feels a lot less isolating and alone to be, hanging out with, my new friend Laura, who's in DC, or Catherine, who's in New York City, or even Liza and Sheila that are in San Francisco. Naya is in Romania. My friend Christy just got on. She's in Nicaragua. There are a couple of...
Wait, Christy's on Clubhouse?
Yeah, I invited Christy to Clubhouse. So cool. I did her welcome today. So now I can co-work with Christy on a regular basis. She's in Nicaragua, and our scheduling is going to be a little less complicated about trying to stay connected as I kind of think about how to get down to Nicaragua, maybe with Ray, to go hang out even in the times of COVID. So, so yeah, let's see what else is on here. Oh, what I didn't know is that there'd been some surveys and some studies done around the 7-year itch around friendships. And it got me thinking about some of my friendships, and did we start encountering some issues at 6 or 7 years? And it's very similar to the 7-year itch that you have in, let's say, a marriage or other type of relationship. I thought that was really, really very interesting. Are you thinking about that right now? Like,
I'm not thinking about that, but I'm trying to remember at 7 years old how I was with y'all. Because that is 7 years of a relationship.
Okay, that doesn't count. That's a different kind of dynamic.
I mean, when I gained consciousness, which, according to my memory,
Julia,
was about last week.
You've been friends with Julia for over 7 years, but I don't know if adult relationships versus child relationships, I don't know. They didn't go into details about that. So, but here's something else that they talk about is we have cute meet stories about...
Meet cutes.
I'm sorry, meet cute. Thank you. We have meet cute stories about our relationships, whether, our romantic relationships, but what about our friendships? And so one of the questions I posed in the reader's guide is like, can you think back to whatever the meet cute was for your friendship and some of your friends, and what's their perspective? What kind of story do they share? And
I mean, not every meeting is a cute meet cute.
No, I've screwed you. I screwed you up.
You screwed me up. Not every meeting is a meet cute.
But let's just say if we think in terms of the origin stories for our friendships. Like I think about my friend Bonnie, who I've known since I was a senior in college, and I think we have similar memories about that. Or over the last 28 years, it's basically evolved. And then my newer friend, Candace, the story there, the first time we met, it was a business situation and we really didn't hit it off. But then about a couple months later, got together. It was still a business situation, but the timing on that was just so that we just hit it off as friends in a different way. And now she's, one of my new best friends. And then even thinking about Jacqueline, Julia's mom and my tipsy co-pilot, there's a fun, meet cute story about meeting when our first kids were in kindergarten. And you know what? Ray was there, and Jacqueline's other daughter, Julia, was there because Julia and Ray ended up going to kindergarten together a few years later. So, I mean, it's super fun origin stories.
I'm trying to remember literally any of my first meetings with any of my friends. I don't think I can.
Well, just, it's just something to think about. I think it brings up another point that's in the book about investing in our friendships. How are we investing? What are we willing to invest in our friendships? How do we determine what an investment is? Who's worth investing into from a friendship perspective? So Amanatu and Anne actually ended up going to therapy together. They found a couples therapist, and they went to therapy so that they could improve their communication and get past some of their issues. And how is that any different from like if Bonnie and I encountered some sort of an issue? It would be really difficult for me to throw that friendship away, and so I'd want to find a way for us to work through whatever that issue is. Although she's generally so easygoing, I have a hard time. I would be the difficult one. She wouldn't, right? You could say no comment. They talk about the shine theory, but I'm going to go ahead and have you read the book to understand about the in detail about the shine theory. Actually, you know what? No,
theory?
It's called the shine theory, and I'm going to read from it because what the shine theory is, and Amanatu came up with this, is it is a conscious decision to bring our full selves to our friendships and to not let insecurity or envy ravage them. It's a practice of cultivating a spirit of genuine happiness and excitement when our friends are doing well and being that for them when they aren't. And I absolutely love the idea of shine theory, especially with women. And on that note, let's do the segment, which is Check In with Ray. How are you doing, Ray?
Why exactly are we doing this check-in with Finn? Ooh, that rhymes. Check-in with Finn.
Okay, so check in with Finn. Finn, how are you doing?
I am sitting here and looking at the clock, and this video is already long enough. So,
Okay.
cool.
Okay, for Saturday, we'll do a check-in with Finn. How's that? So think of something exciting, and I'll block off time for that. Okay. Anyway, so on that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining. I think once a month we'll do a book conversation, and the rest of them are just based on what's going on in the world. And today I'm feeling a little angsty and feisty, but the Aperol Spritz is going to help with that. And let's see, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, share with a friend if you think they might be interested in this, and unless Ray has something else, and they're going to say no because they want me to shut up. As always, let go of perfection, take some risks, and above all else, have some fun.